Future Nevada notaries, step right up. Do you know the maximum fee that you can charge as a notary in the state of Nevada? Or do you know what a credible witness actually does? In Nevada, do you know when you should or should not have a thumbprint in your journal? Or do you even know if you're supposed to have a journal in Nevada? Well, let me tell you something. Welcome to the Notary Success Channel. This is focused on helping you pass the notary test on the first try. I'm your coach, Coach Rogers. And in this video, I made a list of the key vocabulary words that you need to know for your exam. Know these words and you're heading towards passing on the first try. That's one. Two, the strategy I'm going to use is repetition. No other videos doing this so far. I'm going to say it 3 times, so all you have to do is listen and let it sink in. I'm going to say each vocabulary word, and I'm going to give you the definitions 3 times for a triple threat so it sinks in. All right. Oh, lastly, before I start, in the description, there's a link for Nevada's Notary Handbook. I found it for you guys. This is what helped me pass on the first try also. That Notary Handbook, a lot of the information or questions on the test came directly from that official Notary Handbook. Now let's get going. First, a fee limit. We were just talking about this. Definition. Nevada law says you can only charge up to $15 per signature, never more. Fee limit in Nevada, $15. Fee limit in Nevada, $15. Tip, Nevada equals 15. Number 2, very important for all states, a jurat. What? A jurat. What? Jurat. Definition, the signer must sign in front of you and swear or affirm that the document is true. Jurat, the signer must sign in front of you and swear that the document is correct. Jurat, the signer must sign in front of you and swear under oath that the document is true. Learning tip, jurat equals oath. Number 3, credible witness. Credible witness. You need to know this because this is how it helps you ID people when you're working as a notary. Definition of a credible witness. Someone who swears to the signer's identity when the signer doesn't have ID. So you're at an event, a signing event, and they have a credible witness which is allowed in your state. And that credible witness is swearing to the signer's identity when that signer doesn't have ID. Swears to the signer's identity when the signer doesn't have ID. That's a credible witness. Here's your tip. Credible witness is basically a human identificator. Human ID. Identificator, I might have made that word up, who knows. All right, quick reminder, get your notary handbook. Also, if you're finding this valuable, put 5 because you're on what number are we on? You're not at number 5, you don't have to put it yet. But if you're finding this valuable, buy Coach a cup of coffee. It'll go towards keeping more videos coming up. Number 5. Number 4, journal. All right. In Nevada, you must keep a journal. In Nevada, you must keep a journal. In Nevada, you must keep a journal. That's 3 times. Now let's go deeper. What do you write inside that journal? You must keep a journal. You must write the information inside the journal. Sometimes you need a thumbprint inside the journal, which could be if you're doing a power of attorney or if you're doing real estate documents. So, do you need a journal in Nevada? Absolutely. Misconduct. Charging more. My example for misconduct. Remember, what's your maximum fee? $15. What if you charge 20 because you just want to charge 20? Misconduct. The maximum is $15. Here's the definition of misconduct. Breaking notary rules like overcharging, skipping ID, or notarizing without the signer. This can cause you to get canceled because this is misconduct. There are consequences. So, misconduct, breaking the rules. Misconduct, breaking the rules. Misconduct, breaking the rules. Mistake with consequences. All right, now you're doing great. Now we are at number 5. And if you made it to number 5, go ahead and put 5 in the comments. Let's go. So I know you're still here. Number 6, acknowledgement. Jurats and acknowledgement. Those are big in every state. Jurats and acknowledgement. All right, acknowledgement, definition. The signer admits they signed the paper willingly. The signer admits they signed the paper willingly. Acknowledgement. The signer admits they signed the paper willingly. You don't have to have them sign it in front of you, but they have to admit that they were the person who signed the paper and it was done when, how? Willingly. Number 7, remote online notarization, which is a RON. This is a big one in many states. Okay, this is a big one in many states. RON. You might have even seen this in my other videos. So if you did, now you're hearing it again, so it sinks in, it sinks in, it sinks in, right? Definition: a notarization over video. A notarization over video. Nevada allows this if you are specifically registered to do a what? RON, a remote online notary. Remote online notary, remote online notary, a RON. The thumbprint rule. Definition of the thumbprint rule. Required for certain documents, like I said earlier, real estate deeds and power of attorneys. Where does that thumbprint go? In your journal. Remember, if it's a big deal, if it involves a lot of money probably, if there's a lot of legal stuff going on, you probably need that thumbprint, right? Number 9, an oath versus an affirmation. People get these confused, so you might want to pause, rewind this part a couple of times to get this in. If you get this, you're on your way to passing on the first try. Oath versus affirmation. Now, define an oath. Oath is when they swear to God, right? Under oath, like in the courtroom on TV. Hopefully you've never been in the courtroom, but you saw it on TV. Affirmation is a promise without any religion, without any oath. Affirmation is a promise. They both are legal steps, but oath means you're swearing. Affirm means you're promising. All right. Let's do that 2 more times for the 3. Oath means swearing. Affirmation means a promise. Oath means swearing. Affirmation means to promise. All right. Number 10, identification rules. Identification, basically ID rules. Different states have different rules for ID. All right. Nevada requires an ID like a driver's license, a state ID, a passport, or a military ID. Again, ID, driver's license, state ID, passport, military ID. Also remember, credible witness. And here's the key. Can they be expired? They might try to trick you in the test and say, can it be expired? Does it have to be current, etc.? It must be current, okay? It must be current. Tip, government photo means a good ID. Government photo means a good ID. All right, now, you're almost halfway there. You're killing it. You're on your way to becoming a notary when you pass this test. Number 11, a seal or stamp. Is it the seal in the ocean? I'm out here in California. No, it's not. A seal is a stamp with your name on it. It has to have certain things on it. It's going to have your name, your commission number, and your expiration date. And it must be on every notarized document that you do. Your name, commission number, and expiration date. Stamp or seal, your name, your commission number, and expiration date. And it must be used on every single thing. Here's a tip. No stamp, no notarization in your state. No stamp, no notarization. Penalties. Remember we talked about misconduct earlier? Well, here's some of the penalties. Here's what happens. There are penalties. By definition, the penalty, and this, they might ask you this, the penalties can include fines, loss of your commission, even criminal charges if you commit fraud. Again, penalties are fines, loss of the commission, and criminal charges. Fine, loss of commission, and criminal charges if you commit fraud. All right, signer presence. The signer must appear in person. Signer presence. The signer must appear in person. Signer presence. The signer must appear in person. Or live if you're doing an online RON. Live, which you can do a RON, But basically, they're appearing in person. You never notarize something if a person is not there. So they're either in front of you or you're doing the Ron. All right, remember that. Affidavit, number 14. Ooh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Affidavit, a written statement sworn to be true in front of the notary. Affidavit, a written statement sworn to be true in front of you, the notary. Affidavit, a written statement sworn to be true by that person in front of you, the notary. All right? So here's your clue. Affidavit means sworn paper. Affidavit, sworn paper. Affidavit, sworn paper. Conflict of interest. All right. Number 15. Let's keep going. Number 15. If you made it to 15, go ahead and put something in there. Say 15. Put 15 and passing. 15 and passing. Go ahead and put it in there. All right. And let me know if you got your notary handbook, because then I know you're serious. I don't care if you get it or not. Well, I do care because I want you to pass. But my point is, if you don't get it, so be it. But it's highly recommended. All right. I'll put an Amazon link there for you. Conflict of interest definition: you cannot notarize for yourself or direct family member if you're going to benefit from the document. I remember questions on this on the test. Conflict of interest: you cannot notarize for yourself or direct family member if you benefit from the document. Conflict of interest: you cannot notarize for yourself or direct family member if you benefit from the document. All right? If it helps you, you can't notarize it. That's what the whole point is. If you're still here, put 15 in winning. Number 16, venue. Venue is like a location. Venue. Here's the definition: the location, which is the county and the state, written on the notarial certificate. Venue, the county and the state that's on the certificate. Venue, the location, the county and the state that's on there. So it'll say in a sentence like, this is done in Los Angeles, California. Okay? Where you are is basically the venue. 17, certificate of notarial act. Certificate of notarial act. Definition: the wording that goes with the notarization, like a jurat or an acknowledgement. Basically, it's the notary's script. All right? It's the notary's script. Certificate of notarial act. The wording that goes with the notarization, like a jurat or acknowledgement. So you're going to have to say in your journal if you're doing a jurat or an acknowledgement, right? All right. Affirmation. We said that before. Affirming. Affirming. Not oath. Affirmation, I think we said before. Promise, right? Affirmation, promise. Affirmation, promise. Affirmation, promise. They're promising. Coercion. This is a big one. We've got to watch out for people who are being coerced. Maybe they don't have the mental capacity to know what's on the document. Maybe they're a senior citizen and they're being tricked or coerced into doing something. Definition of coercion: when someone is forced to sign a document, if you suspect this, you must refuse. Coercion: if someone is forced to sign a document, if you suspect this, you must refuse. Coercion: when someone is being forced to sign a document, if you suspect this, you must refuse. Tip: coercion means you can't notarize it. Somebody's being coerced, you can't notarize it. Number 20, commission. Is this like at the car dealership where they get a commission because you purchased from them? No, it's not. This is a technical word for basically saying, here you go, Mr. or Miss New Notary. Definition: your license from the state to act as a notary. Your commission is your license from the state to act as a notary. Commission is your license from the state to act as a notary. That's why I said earlier, if you're caught up in misconduct, you can lose your what? Commission. 21, expiration date. The last day you can legally notarize. It's always on your stamp. Expiration date: the last day you as a notary can legally notarize, and it's on your stamp. Expiration date: the last day you can legally notarize, and it's on your stamp. Recordable documents. Recordable documents, definition, real estate or property papers that get filed with the county recorder. A thumbprint is required. Recordable documents are real estate or property papers, like a real estate transaction, a purchase, a refi, that get filed with the county recorder. Am I saying that right? Recorder. A thumbprint is required. Third time, recordable documents, real estate property or papers that get filed with the county recorder, and a thumbprint is required. 23, almost there. Refusal to notarize. Is there a time that you can actually refuse to notarize because you want to look out for the person, the client? You want to look out for yourself, right? Because you have a commission and you got to abide by certain rules. So refusal to notarize. Definition: you must refuse to notarize if the signer has no ID, or is not there with you, or seems forced, coerced. When in doubt, refuse. What was the wraparound for that part about ID? A credible witness, right? Remember that part? But on the test, you can refuse if the signer has no ID, isn't present, or seems forced, or seems coerced. Third time, refusal to notarize when they don't have an ID, when they're not with you, or they seem forced or coerced. Venue error. This is very typical to have a venue error. Definition: writing the wrong county or state on the certificate. Venue error: writing the wrong county or state on the certificate. Guess what this does? It makes it invalid. Venue error makes the whole notarization invalid because you wrote the wrong county or state on the certificate. Wrong place, wrong notarization, invalid. Number 25. If you made it to number 25, put in the comments, made it 25. I know only the people who made it to 25 are even going to hear this. And you're that person who's probably going to pass on the first try because you listened to the whole thing. You're playing over and over. I have confidence in you. You're that person. So put it in there. And let me know what city you're going to specialize in if you're in Nevada, right? What city are you going to specialize in? Share with each other. Let everybody know who's who and what city you're going to specialize in. So number 5, loyalty oath. Nevada requires notaries to swear loyalty to the Constitution, when commissioned. Repeat that, loyalty oath. Nevada requires notaries to swear loyalty to the Constitution when commissioned. Loyalty oath. Nevada requires notaries to swear loyalty to the Constitution when commissioned. Well, congratulations, you made it to number 25. All those vocabulary, I went through it kind of fast. It's a little under 20 minutes. Play this once a day so it sinks in. And then that notary handbook will start to make a lot of sense. And check out my other videos, and you will be on your way to passing on the first try. This is Coach Rogers. I'll see you in the next video. Reaching to see you later.